Hello, hello, hello. It must be Tuesday because I'm sitting here. Another rotten Tuesday. Here we are again. Jean-Marc is in. He says hi. Renee's in. He says hi. Alex says evening. And Payne's in. So this is it. We're doing it all again. How utterly, utterly dull. So what shall we talk about? Oh, Harry's in. He says, all right, Darren, how are you? I'm still alive. How are you? And Jean-Marc says, hi everyone. 10 minutes late. No, I'm not late. This is the time I arrive. I arrive when I want it to, because you can't schedule for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 11 minutes or 7 minutes, so it's either got to be 11 or quarter past. And so I'm on time. It's not my problem. Anyway, it gives you lot the chance to settle down and adjust your underpants and prepare yourself to be entered by me on this Tuesday evening. So here we are once more, jibber jabbering into the void, wasting all this technology for nothing. It's a funny old business, isn't it? Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. What's interesting, Darren? What is interesting? I don't know. What is interesting? You should get a cup of tea. Harry says, all good. How was the tour? We have a rock star in our presence, a bona fide, genuine rock star in the shape of Harry Whiteley Music. Tell us tales of Asia. Not the land of the tour with the band called Asia. Very confusing that. Yeah. I went to Asia. Did you? What was it like? Oh, they played the song. They played the hit. It's very confusing. But yeah, always have your tea ready. That's what I always say. Always have your tea ready. I will be slinking off at any moment to say goodnight to the boy, and you'll be greeted by a much better host, the lava lamp. Yes, the lava lamp will be bubbling away for your entertainment, just how you like it. Nice and waxy and oily, and mainly waxy with a bit of oil. Oily and waxy. Mathmos. Yes, it's a genuine Mathmos one. Though the one I have over there, this one is limited edition one. It's more like the sun. It looks like the sun. Look at that. Look at that. I use that to alleviate my seasonal affective disorder. It feels like I've got a little mini sun in the corner of the room. Very good for those bleak winters that are, well, it'll be Christmas before you know it. I mean, crikey, it's August. Where did the year go? And yeah, not long before my daughter gets her exam results. So, God, where did the time go? This is what you ask when you get to a certain age. You go, where did the time go? What did I spend my time doing? Mainly walking the dog. All the time. Too much walking of the dog, I think. But yeah, we'll all be dead soon, so won't have to. One less thing to worry about. Harry says, Rockstar where? The tour was fantastic. Almost a lovely time. There you go. Genuine bona fide Rockstar in the comments section. You don't get it anywhere else. You don't get that anywhere else. No, I don't blow smoke up Rockstar's arses by interviewing them purely for the clicks, purely for the engagement. No, I get them to leave comments in the comments section of my live stream. That's the kind of guy I am. That's the kind of power I have over the internet. Good news, Harry. Well done, son. You worked hard. Well done. Good story. I like that story. It's a good story. G-Man's in. He says, have you ever in your life played music with anyone other than yourself? If you did you enjoy it? Yes and no. Oh God, when was it now? It was the turn. It would have been 2001 going into 2002. Well, no, we go back further than that. I did audition for a band. I've told you this story before, and I didn't know what they did. I can't. I don't know if I had an advert. If they got in touch with me, or I got in touch with them. This would have been around, oh crikey, 93 or 94, and I didn't know what kind of band they were, but I took my guitar along. I went along, and I'm a little Zoom 9000 effects unit. And I think I borrowed their amp, and it was a guy and a bass player in the loft. So I had to climb up. I had to climb up a ladder to get into the loft with my guitar slung over my shoulder, as it were. And so I'm saying to him, yeah, what kind of sounds are you looking for? You know, do you want a bit of chorus, a little bit of delay, you know, maybe a little bit of flange? And they just said, no, we just want it to sound like the guitar. And I thought, oh well, I'm kind of out of my depth here. These guys are not like me. They're not into tones. And I realised I was auditioning for some sort of punk rock band. I thought, okay, that's fine. I can do this. And we had a thrash around, and it was all right. And then they said, right, now we're going to do our pièce de résistance. And it was a punk version of Wuthering Heights. And I just stood there, and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And I just hit a few chords and, you know, just tried to go along with it. And I didn't get the gig. I don't think I got the gig. Then I went with there was a girl. There was this girl, and I remember I had to meet her at Oddbins near, was it London Bridge Station? Do you remember the Oddbins there? It was all rather clandestine. And again, I didn't have my guitar with me, so she took me to, I guess it was this, oh God, this place. I guess she was a bit of an arty type. And she had, oh God, what did she have? It was a Fairlight. I think she had like a Fairlight synthesizer there. She started plonking away on it. And she gave me this guitar to play. And it was quite a chunky, I think it was like a Strat or something. But the action was really high and the strings were really thick. And I'm like, what the hell is this? This is like no guitar I'd ever played. And I don't think that went very well either, because she was playing all this avant-garde stuff and trying to be like Kate Bush. And I'm like, again, Kate Bush again. And I was like, what am I doing here? Because I didn't have any of my gear. I couldn't really do anything. I didn't even have a delay pedal or anything. So I need the effects to hide my bad playing. So yeah, I don't think I got the gig for that one. This was when I was early 20s. This is when I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do in terms of the music thing. I mean, I was already recording. And so I'd recorded quite a few songs. I thought, well, you get a band, don't you? That's what you do. And then after that, I just thought, fuck this. This is too much like hard work. Because that was in London. The other one was in Walthamstow, so it wasn't too far to go. And I don't have transport. So if you're just trying to get around with a guitar on your shoulder, it becomes a bit of a drag. So no, I didn't. I stopped, and then, like I say, there was a guy I used to work with who came over, and we had a plonk around with my 4-track, and he played some stuff, and I think again, I don't think he brought a guitar. I think he borrowed my guitar, and nothing really came of that. It was all right. He just wanted to show me all the songs he could play, which is all right if you wanted to have somebody play Smith songs at you or whatever it was. I think it was mainly Smith songs he was playing, and I was like, well, this isn't really my scene. So that didn't really go anywhere. And then in 2001-ish, I fell in with this fellow, and it kind of coincided with the time I got made redundant from IPC Media, Kingsreach Tower. And 2002 we started, he used to come over every so often, and we'd record, and we actually did a whole CD of tunes. And it was good fun. It was okay. I mean, his thing was nylon guitar. He was very into doing that, and you know, we didn't interchange between bass and guitar and whatnot. But it was very much, he came over, he put an idea down, and then I'd have to kind of make something of it. So it wasn't a problem. I liked the challenge of it, but it didn't feel like an equal partnership. And there was a lot of like kind of cutting and pasting and trickery to make it work. But I did coax a whole CD of material out of it. It's about 45 minutes. But then we just kind of, I think he moved. We kind of, not, we didn't fall out of contact. I think we was connected on Facebook for a while, and then last time I had any message was from when would have been around 2008, 2009, after the crash and that, because I think he was following me on Facebook, and then yeah, we kind of just drifted apart. But I didn't know what to do with it afterwards, because I could have published it, but then how do I divvy up the money 50-50? You know, because I wasn't always in contact with him, so it's just kind of sat on my archive, this 45 minutes. Now, there's a part of me thinks, if I just strip him out and just re-record it with my own sounds and my own things, then I can put it out. That'd be fair, wouldn't it? Or do I just give it away for free? You know, I don't know. So yeah, that was a whole thing, and yeah, and I enjoyed the challenge of it, and we did start doing like some second ideas, but like I say, I think life just kind of got in the way. So yeah, that was it. But it's not something I've actively pursued, because you know, I'm not a musician. I'm not like Harry, who's a proper bona fide musician. I'm just somebody who plonks around until it sounds like music. You know, I've never been interested in kind of learning other people's songs, or I don't have an ear. I think I have a bit more of an ear now, but when I was younger, it was more about kind of just writing my own songs and that, you know. And it's just always what it's been. Because I wanted to be a songwriter. I wanted to do like rock and roll songs, you know, be a rock and roller. So I'd write lots of lyrics and that. And that is the sound of the Mrs. Coffin to signal that I must leave. So my mate, the lava lamp, will entertain you for a few minutes. Enjoy. And I'm back in the room. So hopefully that answered your question. Did that answer your question? But yeah, like I say, I just tend to plink and plonk around until something emerges from the murk. And yeah, it would be nice to be a proper musician and have kind of musical ideas. I'm not that musician. I kind of, like I say, I just kind of challenge myself and see what happens. So yeah, I mean, there are many ways to approach it. There are many ways. That's the thing. Well, any creative endeavour, there, we all have our process. We all come at it from a different angle, and that's the beauty of creativity. There is no wrong or right way of doing it. So be creative. Be creative. CREATIVLELYL. Be creative. Be creative. Anyway, a small child has appeared.
Hello.
Hello, small child. Don't forget to turn the overhead lamp on so we can see you.
Top light.
The chandelier in the east wing.
Okay.
Needs to be switched on. Wrong one. Just can't get the staff these days. Are you in?
Yeah.
Oh, if you're tired, you don't have to do this.
No, I'm not.
So now look all washed out.
Oh no.
More washed out than usual. That's too dark now.
Beep.
Beep.
I'm not tired. What are you talking about?
Small child. She's so small.
Oh,
be careful because Mum comes in. She'll be on the thing. We can't have Mum on the camera.
The doggy's gone.
Door's opening again. Look, it's like it's magic.
Dog, hello.
Anyway, where are we? So yes, G-Man, thank you for the question. Jean-Marc says, is Verity here? Yes, she is. She brings added value. Well, fuck you, Jean-Marc. Fuck you.
Thank you, whoever that is.
Overloaded plugs. There are no overloaded plugs here. Payne says, just saw the actress Patty. You suit. Who was the? I don't know who that is. The Next Generation. What's that? We don't watch that.
Did you see what he said? Thank God Verity has saved us.
I'm just going to put him into timeout. I don't need this abuse.
That's just mean.
Let's put him into timeout. That is mean, isn't it? How long should I give him? 24 hours?
That's mean.
10 minutes? I'm going to give him 10 minutes. There you go. That's it. You're in timeout now, mate.
You put him in the naughty
He's
corner.
on the naughty step. I will not tolerate this insubordination. Good thing is when you go next week, I'll be on my own.
Yeah, no, I'll be on the comments section in bed while I'll do it on the phone. Oh, that's mean.
I'll block you.
Why are you so rude?
Yeah. Well, I suppose you could join in from the comments.
Yay.
Well, you could actually. What we could do.
Yeah.
Is you could FaceTime me and I could include you. There's a FaceTime window.
I'll keep Mum up because she wants to go to bed early.
Oh, you can. When Mum starts snoring, you can live stream.
I mean, I'll be snoring. I'll just. Oh, that'd be mean.
Payne says, seems like you auditioned for a punk band and a solo artist who wanted guitarists to help with like carry things. Yeah, I think that was it. But this was the old days where. I don't even know how these things came about. I can't even remember. Did I answer an ad or did I put an ad in? I can't remember how it happened. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember any of it because it was the early 90s. So yeah, again, it was a bit of an odd. Both of them were fairly odd experiences, but I was really impressed with the I was really impressed with the synthesizer because if you can imagine like one of those kind of London Camden hovels, it was like a squat with the woman that I went to. It was like a squat and it was all kind of like Victorian terrace all falling apart and the creaky stairs. And then in this room it was like really dirty and dusty, but she had this like really fancy synthesizer. I was like, Oh, I just fall into another dimension. It was like really odd. And again, I think the Fender was like I think it was an American one. Oh, wait a minute, Mother. Wait a minute. I think you may have appeared on camera there.
Oh,
I told you you should have worn the bag like I instructed. The Hessian sack on your head. Oh, don't worry about them. That's just my music.
It's just his music.
I need to put those in the bin actually. Those are all the master CDs. But I haven't got the heart to throw them away because of the dolphins.
No. Then keep them.
Yeah, but
wipe them. Can't you wipe them?
No, they're not CD rewritable. Mind you, I could have done. Why didn't I do that? Yeah. That's because I haven't got any CD rewritable discs. They're all CDRs.
But your teeth are blue, darling.
You might want to do that as you walk past. That's it. That's it. That's it. Wait a minute. I've covered you. I've covered you. There you go. That's it. She's gone. She will not wear the Hessian sack. I mean, you know, who remembers the good old days, you know, when it was like love, honour and obey, and you could get your missus to wear a Hessian sack on her head. So, of course, I am joking. I am joking. Where are we? Payne says the lava lamp is going places. Wait, it's coming down again. Now it's broken in two. Sometimes it flips around. I have many lava lamps.
I know.
That's it. That's all I'm going to say. I've got too many lava lamps. I went on a bit of a lava lamp bender last year. It was quite ugly.
Oh, I remember that.
I think I'm a bit bipolar. I have these obsessive moments. One day I'll either sell them because they are all limited editions, or I'll keep them and get them out.
I want you to do the latter because I want to see all of them.
Some of them are good. Some of them not so good.
Okay, yeah. Because
that's the best one. And that one commands the most money.
Oh.
That commands
the
most
one
money.
you're least likely to get rid of.
The one I really like, and I wish I'd have bought two of the blooming things. But that one I really like.
What about the Duran Duran one?
Oh, that's good. I've got a Duran Duran branded one too, because Mathmos had a 60th anniversary thing, and I started collecting them because I thought they were cool. I did. Well, I was hoping that they'd bring out. Oh God, there was. What was it? I was hoping there'd be. Who is it? I was hoping they were going to do something with. I don't know. I had an idea.
Oh, I know it was someone, but I can't remember.
I can't remember who it was now. Because it was all kind of top secret who the artists were.
Yeah.
I can't think of who it might have been.
Oh, Dot Lady.
Kusama, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I thought Kusama might have been involved.
She should have had one.
She should have. She should have. It just seems so obvious with the Mathmos and
because of the way her art is, and some of her stuff is like in neon.
Well,
she
you know,
lights in her work
dots
well.
and things. It just it just kind of lends itself to that. Payne says he deserved that time out. He's been French too much tonight. Comme ci, comme ça.
Is he still in time out?
He'll come back in a minute. Payne says, I found a pack of unopened DVD rewritable discs. They're probably worth a fortune. You're probably sitting on a gold mine. Should we have a look on eBay to see how much?
£2.
Well, you know how much blank cassettes are? If you've got an old pack of TDK sealed tapes from the 90s, you're basically, you can afford to buy a house now, basically.
Is it because a lot of them have stuff written on them now?
Well, no, you can't get the sealed ones. DVD-R blank. Let's have a look. What can we get? There you go. Depending on it, what we've got here. You can buy 175 mixed blank DVD-Rs for £12.50 at the moment. No, wait a minute. Right, DVD rewritables, there's absolutely no taste for them at all. My mistake.
Maybe wait another 20 years.
Yeah, come back in 20 years. There you go, look at that. Yeah, I think you might want to take them to the nearest skip. I could go on about my boring time with the first CD writer that I had back in the day. It was Was it Hewlett Packard? Was it Hewlett Packard one? I think that sounds right. And I spent a fortune on it. It's very expensive. And 4 out of 5 discs end up being coasters for some reason. It was shite. Good job I was working at the time, because I would have thrown the fucking thing out of the window. Such was its. And then when it did start working, for some reason, maybe it was the medium that it didn't like, I burnt a couple of discs and they all were unreadable. They ended up unreadable, so I lost a load of music, my own music, that way, which is thoroughly irritating.
Oh, I would be so upset.
Oh, I was very upset.
Oh, that's a shame.
Very, very upset. Not as bad as when I had a hard drive failure in 2008.
Oh boy.
And I lost a load of baby photos of you and was not happy with me at all.
I know.
And ever since
that's
then,
not your fault.
I've had... No, it was a hard drive. It was actually a hard drive failed completely. And I lost my own music and everything again.
Yeah.
It wasn't an external drive, it was an internal drive that failed, and it was a relatively new one.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like the SSD I've got attached to my computer?
No, it was an internal drive that I'd
if that
fitted.
fails, I will literally cry.
You'll be alright.
Because that is 5 years of work.
Yeah, but you've got everything backed up onto your backup drive, haven't you?
For some... Because...
What have you done?
No. It's been like this for ages. And you know that little drive...
This is not interesting content.
No, but you know that little drive at the back of my computer?
Yeah.
You split that into 500 gigabytes of Time Machine and 500 gigabytes of storage HD. That Time Machine does not back up the HD drive because they are the same drive.
No, I thought you had a separate. I thought you had a separate drive.
I don't.
Didn't you have a separate HD drive?
No, I used to, but not anymore.
What happened to it then?
Not since I got the new computer, because you got that little black one.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously I need to fix that. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I'll fix that. I'll get you another drive and make sure you got a backup. I thought that was backing up. You're telling me it hasn't been backing up in a year? No. Why didn't you tell me that? What is it with you kids? No, you didn't tell me anything. You didn't see it as a problem. You're complaining about the hard drive failing.
Well, I only thought about it.
When did it not? It was backing up. It was doing the Time Machine when I set it up.
It does, but only for my main computer, like the documents and things on the not on that drive.
I don't know what you're talking about. Where did I set it up? Where do you put all your files? On the drive? On the computer?
I put my working stuff on my desktop, which does back up.
Yeah.
And my school stuff in my documents.
You'd be fine. I won't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll get you another hard. I've got loads of drives just floating around. Look, see, look. Here's a hard drive here.
That's one of my old ones.
Is that one of your old ones? Is it? Well, there you go. I've got drives and drives and drives. I mean, hey, what's that? What's that under that guitar pedal there? Why? It's another drive. Just look, just on the floor. Yeah, you can use this. I wonder what's on it. I guess we'll never know. Oh God, I make the labels so small. That's a Toshiba one. So look, we can use that. Everyone's going to be tuning into this top quality backup content. Sorry. The one where we backed everything up. Are you bothering the dog again?
I'm trying to get her to roll over.
Let me see if I can get some dog cam in. Dog cam. It is dog cam. Dog cam. Little dog cam. Dog cam.
Best friend, the dog.
Alex says, do you write things down when working on music, or is it mostly improvised? Do you read music? I should be able to, as I did at college, but I can't. Oh, it's complicated. Let's break this down. Do I write things down? What, musically? No, I write nothing down. I record everything. Oh Jesus!
What?
You soppy dog.
Look at this aggressive dog, Dad.
That's very aggressive. No, I don't write things down because I'm a guitarist. How do you get a guitarist to stop playing? You put a sheet music in front of him. I'm here all week, folks. I didn't do the raspberry. I didn't do the oh, I can't even clap now. So no, but as for reading music, I used to be able to because I studied the recorder. I studied the recorder at school. And this was the very recorder that I studied at school.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
This is a 1970s recorder. As you can see, it's made of finest wood and 70s plastic.
It probably has asbestos in it.
It's probably got it's a shot. It's a shot. Look, it's shot. It's
I've got my old
shot.
recorder.
I remember when my mum and dad bought me this. They took me to the music shop to buy it. And yeah, here you go.
Oh.
Because I was going to be a concert recordist. I was going to be the world's leading recordist. I think that's what they call them. But then I discovered rock and roll. But we had to sight read, so I could sight read when I was 7, 8, and then you stop all that stuff, and then you forget. You know, every good boy deserves football.
Yeah.
Face or something.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I can honestly, if you give me a minute and I look at it and go, I think that's a little black dot. So yeah.
The guy's out of timeout, by the way.
Oh no, he's going. Is it mostly improvised? No. Some things are improvised. No, there are some structures involved. There is some musical theory behind what I do. There's something called the circle of fifths, I believe. A man told me about it in a pub once, I believe. Hello. And but no, again, if you have an idea. Again, what is improvisation? What is improvisation?
Doing something on the top of your head?
Yeah. Well, I do that when I do the live stuff, when I do the looping stuff. That's it. That I see as improvisation. But again, if you get a drum beat going or a rhythm going, then I'll play some tinky tinky tink, or I'll put some.
You can always modify it if it's in like Logic Pro.
Well, again, what I do is I don't necessarily modify it, but I might strip something out. Say there's a bass line I don't like, I might go in and redo it.
Yeah.
Slow it down, speed it up, just make it fit. Because you make a series of decisions. As you go along, you make a series of decisions. And the trick is, it's like again, I don't know if Harry will agree with me on this, but it's like a balancing act. And it's getting all the various elements to integrate with each other. Because you can just throw everything at it, and it ends up becoming like very, very busy and unlistenable. So I try and make sure that everything kind of fits together. Again, this is this thing about having a process. If you have a process, it becomes, you don't even think about it. It just is. That's the way we do things. That's the way things. The problem with that, though, is you can get stuck in a creative rut. You tend to do things the same way over and over again. So then you have to come up with mechanisms, techniques to break out of those cycles of creativity. So that's something else. But again, there are many ways of approaching it. I mean, if you're doing a song, sometimes the lyric comes first, sometimes the music comes first, sometimes, it can be, I don't know, it can be a loop. I don't know. There's many ways of approaching it. I don't even think about it anymore. What's there to think about? You just do it. That's the great thing about playing with yourself. I said it. That's the great thing about playing with yourself, is you end up just pleasing yourself, and that's the best thing about music, is please yourself. But yeah, it just becomes, what am I going to do today? The real thing is all the songs have already been written. unless it's jazz. But nobody wants to listen to jazz. Absolutely no one. No one listens to jazz, seriously. Even though when we drop you off at your work, what is it? Voluntary work at the library, we walk past the National Jazz Archive because it's located in my neck of the woods. They won't give me a job either, bastards. That's us demonetised.
People from
I did apply for a job for them. A paid position. It was assistant, and it would involve me like digitising the archive and music and stuff like that. And I didn't get it.
Wow.
I know. I was very disappointed. They follow me on Twitter. X.
Really?
Yeah, they do. I follow them. They follow me.
Why didn't they give you the job then?
I don't know. But then Peter Gabriel follows me on X, and I'm still waiting for him to offer me a job.
Oh, I wish
if he wants me to produce his next record, I'm here. I'm here for him. Pete, more spoons. More spoons on this one. There we go. G-Man has retracted a message. Where are we? Payne says, it's a pack of 10 with the cellophane still on it. So I'm a £1 heir. Maybe £2.50. You never know. Maybe £2.50. eBay is a knocking. This could be your way out of Wales. G-Man says, I took a cardboard box full of 10 packs of unused CDR discs to the recycle centre. I wasn't able to find anyone to take them for free. Not even charity shops. Well, G-Man, you could have sent them to me. I would have used them because I still burn CDRs to test before I make my CDs, before I get them replicated or duplicated or whatever it is. So I still use them. I'm still one of the few people that still use them. So there you go. And John Mark says hello. Bonjour. Payne says, okay, with 2 adverts to watch while you were chatting about computers. I didn't do that. It's all magically done. YouTube do that now. Look, I didn't touch anything. It does it. They want to make as much money out of us as possible. But there you go. And if you want to help, remember you can join this channel for as much as £1. You'll get no benefits. I won't give you any extra content, but you will get the warm glow. Your cockles will be warmed at the thought of giving a e-beggar money on the old YouTubes. And that, you can't put a price on that. You can, it's £1. But stop giggling. This is serious. I'm doing a thing like those other YouTubers do. You know when they do their thing.
Oh, I love it when they do their thing.
You know, and now I'm being sponsored.
What are you being sponsored by? Come on, come up with something.
What today?
Yeah.
I don't. I want to do my fake sponsor advert. So let's not talk about that because it's going to be really. One day I'm going to do it, and everyone's going to love me, and they're going to laugh so hard that they may soil themselves. That's how powerful my idea is.
Good.
So I've not sprung it on them.
Yeah. Don't. It's too powerful.
It's too powerful. It's too very powerful mojo. So yeah, you can donate as little as £1, and I will waste it on something frivolous. Probably I will spend it on her. What did we buy? Sonic toys?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
You're 17 next month.
No, shut up.
Sonic.
You're not allowed to.
More plastic crap.
The dolphins are going to be choking.
Have you
seen the packaging on those things?
Yeah, the packaging's a nightmare. But we took the kids out on Monday.
Yeah, it's Harlow.
And there was nothing in Computer Exchange. And let's not talk about Harlow's cash converters, which was the first time we've been in. One, it's tiny. Two, the temperature was so hot, I thought I was going to contract all the AIDS.
It was like a sauna in there.
I thought I thought this is a breeding bed for the next COVID variant. I really did think it was dangerous.
Yeah, we were in and out.
It was like, let's get out of here. I can feel the bacteria multiplying.
Luckily, we didn't see anything.
There was a bass guitar in there.
That was the best.
There was a bass guitar in there, which I could have flipped. I could have flipped that bass guitar, but I didn't. But there was nothing in there.
There just wasn't much in Harlow.
And then we thought about going to cinema to see Deadpool versus Wolverine, but they've raised the price to $11.99 per ticket. So that would have cost us over 45 quid to see that film, and
donate money so Dad can see it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not paying 45 quid to see a movie.
That's a lot.
I'm not doing it. I refuse. It's just too much. The tickets were initially $8.99, but then they put them up. They put the prices up. Can you believe it? I can.
Well, yeah, because it's a popular movie and they've got to make all that money back that they've lost on all of the other movies
anyway,
that didn't do well.
I know all the spoilers now anyway. I gave up. I just. Did
you just watch them?
No, I know a couple of the spoilers because it was talked about before the film came out. So.
Oh.
But I don't know what happens in it or anything.
Good.
It's not.
Cheer up, Dad. We can watch Quantum Mania again. That masterpiece of a movie.
It was bad. Or The Acolyte. We haven't watched that yet.
We need to watch that. I really want to because
as soon as we pay for Disney Plus, I think we should watch it.
We should get the most out of our subscription. I think Herb uses it the most to watch The Simpsons.
So House of the Dragon ended this week, and that was...
Oh, the ending wasn't too good. It feels like there needs to be another episode.
Nah. It was just such a downbeat, dull ending. They needed something. They needed to do something.
Yeah, but we kind of know where it's going to go because Egon's been... spoilers, by the way. Egon...
I don't know what you're talking about. These guys don't. They don't watch House of the Dragon.
Well, Aegon's been taken out of the castle,
yeah.
And then Rhaenyra told. No, the other.
But I know what happens to her.
Yeah.
That's the thing because of Game of Thrones. I know what happens. I don't know all the details because I haven't read the books, but I have a rough idea of who ends up
killing who.
Yeah, and who ends up being on the thing
on the Iron Throne.
I can't say it because I might give away who the thing is.
Ah.
But we know all the dragons die, I think.
Well, yeah, because they would, because there's only 3 eggs at the beginning.
Yeah, no dragons. But the dragons aren't real anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I want a dragon.
We're going to have to wait 2 years for another series. But next year we've got the spin-off.
Have we?
Yeah, there's the Hedge Knight spin-off.
Oh, okay.
Which is set 100 years after House of the Dragon, which is going to be fun because I'm sure they're going to be telling you all sorts of plot points from House of the Dragon.
Which is still before Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So there you go. Where are we going? Lewis says, you lost me when you started talking in computer speak.
I just said about some drives.
Hard drives, yeah. Jean-Marc says, oh my god, the place needs to tidy up. I feel French discriminated against. Does anyone know the band Hawkwind? Oh no, you like space rock as well. Oh no. Nobody listens to Hawkwind unless they're, I don't know, 70-year-old, hippies. And he wants his tin whistle back. I thought you'd have an accordion. I thought every Frenchman had an accordion, didn't they? No? Just me then?
Yeah. Well, what the one where you go...
Zeb says, has anyone tasted frog legs here? No, I haven't.
No.
When I was in Paris, I was in a restaurant. I said to the waiter, I said, wait, do you have frog's legs? He said, oui, monsieur. I said, great, hop over the counter and get me a beer. That's an old one, that is.
That is weird because they look alive and I don't like it.
That's me doing frog's legs.
No.
Like in the style of Charlie Chaplin. I need forks though. It's a great visual gag. G-Man says, saw a worrying stat that in the first half of the 80s, bands spent a total of 146 weeks number one in the charts since the start. Bands have spent 3 weeks, yeah, because there are no bands anymore, because no one listens to bands. That is a real stat, and everyone listens to
random TikTok artists.
I don't know who's in the chart these days.
Eminem.
Elton John.
I don't know. Wait, let's pull up the charts.
Oh no, do we have to?
Yeah, I'm genuinely curious to see what's up this week.
Official charts.
So I know a few weeks ago Eminem was top of the charts, so I want to see if he's still there.
This week's singles chart. View the top 100.
Yeah, Eminem's still there.
Shut up.
Okay.
Look, it's done a pop-up now. That's your fault.
Okay.
In at number 10, a bar song, open parentheses, Tipsy, close parentheses, by Shabuzi.
No.
What? Not Like Us at number 9 by Kendrick Lamar. I know him. Sabrina Carpenter has a quick espresso at number 8. What the fuck is that? Kisses is at 7 by Blithreth, Cameron Watson, and Bibiclus. Is that even a name?
No, because baby is sometimes spelled BBY in text speak.
Bibiclus. Eminem's in at number 6 with Houdini.
That's a good song.
It's a good song, good album. Check out the album. It's a concept album. I nearly reviewed it, but then I thought, it's like throwing pearls before swine. Austin is at 5 with... No, Dash is at 5 with Austin.
No.
Miles Smith is at 4 with Stargazing. Billie Eilish, I've heard of her.
Yeah.
Birds of a Feather. And then Chapel Roan is at number 2 with Good Luck Babe and Please Please Me from Sabrina Carpenter. She's got 2 hits in the chart. But yeah, there are no bands. There are no bands in there.
These are all like single artists, aren't they?
They're all solo artists, yeah. Oh, you got In Sync at number 30 with Bye Bye Bye, because that is the song that they used to open Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
He does a whole dance routine using to kill TVA agents in a hilarious manner.
Oh, I want to watch that.
You can't. I haven't told you what he uses. I know, because of spoilers.
Of course.
Because I wasn't allowed to go to the cinema when it came out.
Coldplay's there.
Coldplay at 31.
Gen Z love.
Bruce Springsteen. There you go. That's good, isn't it? But yeah,
This is tragic.
It is tragic.
Wait, it keeps. Oh.
I'm not doing it anymore. It's boring. It's boring, Verity. Music's dead.
I know.
There's a cultural force.
Well, everything's dead, isn't it?
Everything's dead.
Movies are dead.
Movies are dead. Everything's dead.
Books are definitely dead.
Though Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, it had something like 9.8 million viewers.
Yeah, but that's the only thing that's alive.
That's still holding its own in terms of viewership.
I mean, it's better than a certain other show. We shouldn't talk.
We shouldn't talk about it. If we talk about that show again, I'm not going to mention the name of it, because if we start talking about it, we'll only start ranting about it again.
I love ranting about it.
I know we do, but they've ruined it. They've ruined it.
Christmas.
Oh, I can. Look, we'll be staying up at midnight, because that's when time it will drop. And we'll watch it then. It's going to be great.
Because we're very stupid. I'll start till midnight.
Yeah. Where are we? Jean Marc says, nobody like me. I'm an innocent French person. Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You could be Belgian. That's worse. That's worse, isn't it? Being a Belgian.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why is that bad?
Well, Belgium's a swear word. Everybody knows that.
Is it?
If you read Douglas Adams.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, it's a reference.
Anyway, always be more suspicious of a Belgian. Payne says, my first recorder was totally made of wood. Later in my 20s, I bought a large Aulos tenor recorder made of plastic. Just think, probably, I don't know, would you reckon a dolphin? Yeah, definitely a dolphin. Probably choked on that. It's always a dolphin. It's got to be, because it gets stuck in the blowhole. But it's playing a lovely tune in the sea. It's probably playing Under the Sea. Oh, Under the Sea.
Does that trigger you, Lola?
Everything triggers her. Renee says, in my town we had 7 music stores, guitar, synths, drums. Now we have only one shop.
You're lucky you have one shop.
You're lucky you've got a shop.
We don't have any.
We had a shop, and that closed down 24 years ago.
Did we?
You weren't around.
Yeah, I was, in spirit.
On the corner, Vision Express on the corner.
Yeah.
That used to be a big music shop, and had guitars and had records and all sorts of things. And that, like I say, it got closed around 2000. I used to go in there.
The high street is just tragic.
Everything is. Payne says jazz is when the music is wrong. Yeah. Jean-Marc says, my daughters Charlotte and Carla, hello.
Hello.
Or bonjour. Are watching. People need a degree to be a librarian. I think he means librarian.
I'm just doing volunteer.
Well, look, I got a degree in information management and publishing, but there was a librarian strand, so I technically could be a librarian with my degree. The Dewey indexing system, I know it like that. I know all about libraries. It's where they keep the papery things. It's true that, and it's all where the perverts go for the free Wi-Fi access. Apparently, I wouldn't know about that kind of thing.
And the drag queens. Oh, but they haven't been there for years.
You're not meant to mention the drag queens. Why aren't the drag queens going to the old folks' home and reading them a story?
They should.
They could be doing that. They don't go to the SEND schools, do they?
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
They don't go to
to all the little disabled children and read to them. No, they don't.
Just the libraries.
Just the libraries. Funny that. What's that all about? What's that all about? What was it all about?
Really weird, time.
I never know. We'll never know what that's all about. Jean-Marc says, what are cockles? Cockles? Cockles and mussels. They're shellfish, you know. They're like snails, but in the sea. They are. They're mollusks. No, it's true.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's good, that one.
Oi.
But don't do it. They'll say you're racist. You're racist.
But
You've been hanging around with me too long. That's the problem.
I think I need to go and go to
Don't worry,
reprogramming.
Don't worry, you're spending some time with your granddad next week.
That'll be even worse.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
It's the riots. They're really
Payne
getting to me.
Says perhaps you can get Memorex to sponsor you. Is it real or is it Memorex? Alex says I had recorder lessons in the infants and was told to stop going after 3 or 4 lessons. I was so crap, couldn't understand the music. I didn't want to go in the first place. I just mimed most of the time. Just outgrew it. I mean, the thing is, we did it, and then we went to big school, and at big school there were no recorder lessons. That was it. That was the thing. You know?
Everything stopped when we did SATs because all they wanted us to do was maths and English.
We didn't have SATs.
Yeah, you lucky people.
We had a good time.
Now they have SATs for people in reception. Even the receptionists can't get away from tests.
Yeah. Jean-Marc Boy says, my daughter Carla told me that cockles are things with shells that you eat from the sea. Yeah, they're like little aquatic snails under the sea.
Under the sea. Mussels,
cockles, whelks. Ugh, I can't eat any of that stuff. Gag reflex is like, ugh.
Isn't it all slimy?
It is. It's a bit like that, But remember, folks, when it comes to slimy, I love sperm. There we go. Oh. So, hey, come on, it works.
Keep it on the fridge.
It was on the fridge for a long time. When you and Herb were little, this was on the fridge, and you didn't realise it.
No, because I didn't know what sperm were.
There we go.
I didn't know what a sperm was. I was a little innocent child.
Well, it's a bit like a cockle or a mussel or a whelk, but very, very small. It's like a little. I don't know. I wouldn't know
what
about
if we made a really big
and little legs? You'd have to wear a little top hat, wouldn't it? Imagine it. Imagine a little top hat.
That needs to be made into merchandise.
It could be. That could be our insignia.
Can we go on AI and share
No, we are not going on AI again. Maybe next time. Darren says, have you heard the new Smashing Pumpkins LP? Thoughts? No, I haven't. Sorry. Oops. Jean-Marc adds, we have a Game of Thrones in France with French subtitles and a House of Dragons. Good. You'd like it because you've got castles and things, isn't it? But no dragons.
No.
They probably ate all the dragons.
Oh, what? Dragon meat?
In garlic sauce. Garlic sauce. Oh dear. But yeah, it's a good show. We enjoy it. Though Verity's not seen all of Game of Thrones.
I only saw the last few seasons.
Last 2 seasons, was it? Or 3?
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah. Herb's just joined us for House of Dragon. He finds it's a little bit complicated for he doesn't know what's going on. Too many names though. He likes the dragons.
No, there's too many names. The names are all similar and they're all blonde.
And they're all called Targon, aren't they?
Yeah,
Targon the Targon.
Daemon type.
Targon the Targon, the third.
Yeah. And you've got one called Daemon, one called Aemond, one called Aegon.
Wait till you find out what happens.
What happens to what?
I can't tell you.
What happens to Aemond, Dad? Just tell me.
But it's that thing with the names again.
Do they all get confused?
Well, I'm confused.
Wait, does someone get confused and then put one of them in?
I can't tell you.
Do they take each other's place because they're blonde?
No, they don't. But there's a name that is recurring.
Daemon.
I'm not going to tell you.
Armand.
Armand Hammer.
Armand Targaryen.
Jean-Marc says, I'll tell you about Hawkwind. The keyboard player lives near me in France. That's really nice to know. I'm glad he lives a long way away from the UK. That's really good. Alex says, yeah, there's only a music shop in my town. Also, they sell top-end guitars, about 800 to 5,000. And it's really hidden up in industrial estate. At least they do repairs. Well, 800 is budget guitar now.
Isn't there a record shop really hidden away somewhere?
Yeah, there is over here. It's on
near
top of
the crate.
Yeah, but it's over. What direction are we in? It's over in that direction.
Yeah, and it'd be like ages walk.
Well, we could do it, but I don't really want to walk onto industrial estate to look at a load of records.
What other shops are there?
There aren't. Not at that end.
Just that record shop.
There's nothing there. It's actually a recording studio.
Oh.
And they branched out and put a record shop on top of it.
Oh, interesting.
And there is nothing else there. It's not like the other end, which has got the crate with all the other.
Yeah, because that's got some that's got a Costa and some other things.
I looked at opening a guitar shop there.
Really?
Yeah, it costs 15,000 a year for rent.
That's quite a bit.
But you get all your electricity and internet and everything,
and
insurance.
Good, yeah.
It's quite good in that respect.
Yeah, it's good that it's all lumped in.
But you are £15,000 down before you've even walked in the door.
Yeah, and that's without buying stock and.
Yeah, so that means you've got to do over £2,000 of profit a month just to get anywhere close to having a life.
But would anyone even go there?
No. So you're going to be relying on mail order. So what's the point of having a shop? You might as well just
do it online.
Get a garage and do it out of a garage. Jean-Marc says, I went to his house and saw some discs on the wall. Then I asked, was the band any good? And he looked at me funny and threw me out of the house. I like you. I'd have said exactly the same. Jean-Marc says, Charlie's in. Indeed. Payne says there was a good visual gag in Hello Hello where the battery fell in the frog's legs pie and the legs started wiggling. Well, you can do that, can't you, with frog's legs? They make them dance with electrical current.
Oh, what, because of the neurons and everything?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
I mean, I've seen them move.
Dancing frog's legs. Electrical current. Is there any videos to that? Michael, no, there are videos, but I'm not going to pull them up because one says warning graphic.
And that just makes me even more curious.
Well, there you go. Jean-Marc says, yes, I love Sabrina Carpenter. Oh, Espresso. And he says, I love her song Nonsense. Payne says, Billie Eilish doing a cover version of Birds of Her theme tune is unexpected. I don't think it's that, is it? Seb says, Jean-Marc, was it Tim Blake from Hawkwind gone? He's a genius. Listen to his first solo LPs, lovely ambient. Payne says, still got both recorders, by the way. Jean Smark says, yes, it was Zeb. Tim Blake of Auckland lives in my region of France and the guitarist of the Pogues, the Irish group. Yeah, Pogue. Their full name was Pogue Mahone, which means, in Gaelic, kiss my arse. There you go. I always tell you a little bit of something there.
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah.
Random trivia.
Random trivia.
You're a fountain of knowledge.
I'm a fountain of something.
Yeah.
Zeb says, cool, Jean-Marc. I love his music. And he goes on to ask, which LPs are on the wall? And he replies, Zeb, I saw around a few gold discs. And I said it before I was born, when he was at his musical peak. Barthyman adds, the right show peasants will always never change. They're afraid and confused unless you're given half a chance. He's a middle-aged sheep without any comprehension of empathy. Well, thanks for that.
Okay.
I mean, that's not really what we're talking about.
That was a bit off topic.
But hey, I'm glad you got it off your chests.
We weren't even talking about them.
I know.
We haven't even mentioned
it at all. No, there we go. I think those poor people are just misunderstood. They just want to get their country back. And I think anyone who wants to be a good patriot and go out on the street and smash up a shop and set fire to a hotel, fine by me. I say, bring it on. Good for them. They're getting their country back. That's it. What? See if the money comes in.
Oh,
the money.
Oh, you're being like one of those grifters.
Like Mr. Tate and everything.
Yeah.
And Farage and that, because they say that, and then people give them money.
People give them money to say that.
So if I say that, the money come rolling in.
Yeah, and they totally won't cancel you.
This time next year we'll be millionaires.
Why are we doing this anymore?
Why don't need to do it? I need to do this.
Because you've just said
that's it. That's the right way.
Yeah.
That's the right way of doing things. And then everyone go, yeah, I like him.
Even though all know...
give him his money.
Even though we all know that these protesters are just using it as an excuse to be delinquents.
You're saying they're delinquents? What, you're saying they're all ill-educated idiots? That's strong stuff, Verita. That's very controversial. You'll get all the delinquents on hammering the keyboards with their morbidly obese flippers.
Yeah, they're all.
Have you seen how fat they are?
And there's always like a little fat kid that they.
I love the little fat kid. Fat kid who's wobbling along.
Shirt.
Oh, he's always got, and it's always really tight, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's always really, and it's always clingy.
Yeah.
Like little orange barrels running around.
Are you sure it's not the same kid?
I think they clone them.
Like, there's just always a fat kid, and like there's always like a fat. There's just.
Well, they always have fat parents. Have you noticed that? I think it's genetic. Fat parent, fat kid.
Yeah.
That's genetics, that is.
Yeah, but you never see like any like really skinny parents and like a massive fat kid.
That never happens.
Here, little Timmy, have your bag of crisps.
But what you do see is you see the morbidly obese woman and the very thin man combination.
How does that work?
And the fat kid.
Yeah.
Oh, how does that work?
You never see a very skinny woman and a morbidly obese man.
That never happens.
They're usually both fat, or the woman's fat.
I think we've learnt a lot. Tonight.
We learned about genetics here.
It's basic biology, isn't it?
Yeah, fat plus fat equals fat.
It's what Charles Darwin, Origin of Species. Before going to the Galapagos, right, he went around his neighbourhood and said, oh, all those immigrants, oh. And then he watched all the fat people wobbling around, and he noticed that one fat person, two fat person, little fat child. And that's how he worked out evolution. It's true. That is. Amazing, isn't it? And what an amazing world we live in. What an amazing world when we've got all this technology. We've got this ability to spin out this 4K bullshit right into your homes, and people just want to smash up Mr. Patel's shop because he's a different colour to them. What a wonderful world we live in. Yeah, it's just a
wonderful world.
What a wonderful world.
And we're all taught anti-racism, yet this still happens.
That's because they're not listening. That's because you don't teach it.
Well, they don't teach it properly.
No, the problem is when you try and teach this stuff, people resent it, you see.
Yeah.
Really, there are better ways to do this.
I think you just mention it to kids and you say, oh, everyone just get along, everyone's the same. No, you
just say, we're all the same, we've all got to get along, and if you don't, you get a clip round the ear. Because that's what we got when we were kids.
I think that's what you should be taught. If you point out these differences, then people start to notice them, and then...
Yeah, well, I come from a
creates
time where it
division.
was we're all the bleeding same, and we've all got to get along. And if you travel around the world and meet other people, guess what? We're all the bleeding same, and we've all got to get along. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
You know, all this can be solved by governments, but guess what? Governments don't want to solve the problem because they're too busy being governments and doing what they want to do. All these
There's too
issues
much
can be
money
solved.
to solve, isn't it?
There's never enough money, but there was enough money for PPE and the Rwanda plan,
which never happened.
Whatever. There's always money whenever they need it for things, but never to solve the problems.
They can pull it out of a tree when they need it, but then suddenly the tree dries out when.
Theresa May's magic money tree. There we go. So now we've gone all political.
Now we've gone on to economics.
And politicals. We've gone all politicals. And now we've alienated half our audience. See, we should have walked a very fine line. We should have been ambiguous. Yeah. We should have picked on the ginger people. Because everybody hates the gingers. And if we'd have blamed the ginger people for all this, we could have united the entire country. Couldn't we? That's what we should have done. That's what Farage needs to do, is go after the ginger people. But it's good. Talking about nice Mr. Farage. Nice Mr. Farage's sphincter is flapping.
Oh, yeah.
In the wind tonight, along with, what's the other one? Tate.
Andrew Tate.
Yeah. Suddenly everyone's realised that he's biracial, and they're picking on him for not being actually a white man. Oh dear. Because,
how could they not?
Well, he was from Luton. Didn't they look at his background? And then Tommy Many Names in Spain went on a coked up rant with his eyeballs swiveling, saying everyone's out to get him because guess what? Shit's got real. We didn't mean them to smash everything up and set everything on fire.
Well, haven't they got like treason? They're saying about treason charges.
Absolutely. All these people should be brought in, and we string them up by their testicles for a bit, just to get them relaxed, and let them dangle, and then we charge with treason because what this is actual terrorism, which we're seeing.
It is, yeah.
We're seeing terrorism.
They're setting stuff alight.
This is a form of internal terrorism, but hey, it's all Elon Musk's fault. And he's from South Africa, and I've never met a nice South African, and that was a song by Spitting Image. There you go.
And then they go on their Telegram groups and organise all the riots.
So beneath the Belgians, South Africans. There you go.
We've learnt so much.
There you go. That's where we're doing it. Rennie says I'm very allergic to the Smashing Pumpkins. Jean-Marc's going on about all his favourite singers, and that. And Jean-Marc said, you picked on the French people. No, I didn't. I picked on the Belgians. I picked on South Africans. Come on. I can pick on anyone. I can pick on everyone. Yeah, who else do you want me to pick on?
Come on, give us recommendations.
I don't think you're really French. I think you're just putting it on. I think it's just. I think you're just spoofing us. I don't think he's real. If you're really French, who's the president of France? There you go.
Even I know that.
No, you won't know. If he's not really French, you won't know that answer. Payne says putting trees on them isn't going to help. No good charging them with trees. Oh, he's doing that thing again where he's not hearing what I'm saying. Turn your deaf aid up, love. Turn it up. You're getting Radio 2 at the moment when you should be getting me. Jean-Marc says, so where is the French people in the hierarchy? I don't know. I don't know really. Because Europeans, I'm trying to think. If we could put the Europeans into order, that's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's really tough, isn't it? Who's your favourite Europeans? I think the Portuguese.
Germans.
No, not Germans. They invade everywhere.
Okay.
I've
never actually
met a nice German.
Met a German. No, there's never been a German kid at school.
Not even a little fat German kid.
No. Actually, there isn't a French kid at school either.
Well, it wouldn't be, because I don't want to live here. I don't want to live here. Were there any Eastern European kids at your school?
Probably, yeah.
Yes,
Wait, where's
yes,
Eastern...
Where's Eastern Europe?
Yeah, I think
It's everyone over that side.
Yeah.
Close to Russia, in between us and Russia.
Yeah, there must...
There was loads,
Yeah.
Lottie. There's loads of them. Loads of them. Loads of them.
I mean, I remember some...
And they came and went, didn't they?
Yeah, there was kids that would come and go.
Very transient, weren't they? Very transient.
Yeah, there was one who was only there for like a week. It was in primary, and he just came, and he was there for a week, and then he went, and I was so confused because I was like 6 years old and I didn't know what was going on.
That's it. That's what happens. That's what happens. We've never had that in our day.
And then the Ofsted went down, and everyone just pulled their kids out.
Yeah. And we kept you there.
It didn't do me any harm.
Until they shut you in the cupboard.
Yeah, apart from that.
See, he ain't French because he said Macron. And we know it's Macron. You are not French. You are busted. Busted.
Who are you really?
Who are you really? Payne says, no, who's the president of China? Well, that's Winnie the Pooh, isn't it? Isn't it Winnie the Pooh?
Wait, isn't he banned in China?
He is.
Yeah.
Well, I said, come on, Darren, pick the Dutch. I was going to say the Dutch, because the Dutch have got clogs, haven't they? You know, you can never play Murder in the Dark with a Dutchman, because you can always hear his clogs. That's not very good, is it? No, it's not very good.
Clippity clop, clippity clop.
Yeah. Trying to think, what can we say about the Dutch? Not a lot. Not a lot. Fingers in dikes.
Dad, he's speaking French.
Yeah, but that's just gibberish.
Put it into Google Translate.
It's not really French, is it? It's not really French. I'm trying to think about the Dutch. What can we talk about?
He just said La Brexit.
La Brexit.
La Brexit.
What's that?
La Brexit.
La Brexit. Surely it's Le Brexit. It's masculine. It's not feminine.
Put it in Google Translate.
No, I'm not going to, because that'd be pandering to them.
But I want to know what he said.
No, look, we can't pander to the foreigners, all right? We can't pander to the foreigners.
Why not?
We've got more speaking English. This is why we're the best. That's why we're the best. Because they come in, they speak English. They want to be part of our gang. Yeah, there's no Dutch people or French people doing this on YouTube, and all the English people are watching.
Actually, that's true.
I know. There might be, but I wouldn't know about it. But there we go. But I would never pick on the Dutch. Dutch are all right. The Dutch are okay, aren't they? Dutch porn, that's good. I'm just trying to think positives to say about the Dutch.
Look, staring at us.
And she's saying, shut up, I want to get some sleep.
Yes.
G-Man says, wasn't the original legal definition of treason setting fire in a naval dockyard? Possibly. I don't know. Could be.
It's going against the monarchy, isn't it?
It's going against the king. The king. Oh, I know. Who was the last person charged with treason? Oh, somebody's already looked.
Someone's, yeah.
1946. That was William Joyce, Lord Haw, and he was executed by hanging. 1946. There you go.
Wow.
The last conviction under Treason Act was of Jaswant Singh Chow in 2023.
Oh, was he the AI guy?
Yeah, wasn't he the guy that had the AI girlfriend?
Yeah, and the AI girlfriend said, yeah, you should
definitely kill the Queen.
Yeah.
Wow. So,
and the AI convinced him to do it.
There you go. There you go. So
wow.
There he is. But he was mad. He was completely bonkers.
Well, anyone who talks to an AI girlfriend is probably a bit mad.
Yeah. He was the 21-year-old armed with a crossbow. He broke into Windsor Castle on Christmas Day 2021 and told an armed officer he was there to kill the Queen.
That you don't say it.
You don't say it.
You just break into Buckingham Palace and go, oh.
Under the 1842 Treason Act, it is an offence to assault the sovereign or have a firearm or offensive weapon in their presence with intent to injure or alarm them or to cause a breach of the peace. The creation of the offence can be traced back to an incident on the 29th of May 1842 when Queen Victoria was riding a carriage along the Mall. A man called John Francis aimed a pistol at her but did not fire it. He did it again the next day and was arrested and convicted of high treason, receiving the first death penalty, which was then amended to a life sentence. 2 days later, a similar attack took place by someone called John Bean.
That's a pretty sick
He
name.
fired a pistol at the Queen, but was loaded up with only paper and tobacco. At the time, no physical harm was caused. The offence was still punishable by death. Prince Albert encouraged Parliament to pass a law recognising lesser crimes against the monarch, such as intent to alarm, which will not attract a death penalty, but merely because they are labelled as high treason. Oh, so there you go. Fascinating.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
We're learning so much. This is very educational.
I'll probably forget it tomorrow. I just like using the word because it sounds impressive. It makes me sound like I know what I'm talking about, and that gives me a certain cachet. Like cachet. Using that word makes me sound like I know what I'm talking about. So do I.
Nice
but you should never confuse it with sachet.
Yeah, because that's a little packet.
I know. Imagine if you confuse sachets with cachets.
The world would just not
The world
work.
would end. The world would fall apart, wouldn't it?
The
There'd be
earth would
chaos.
stop spinning.
There would be no reality. Barthman says, French have beautiful women. And weren't they all present at the Olympic opening ceremony with their beards and fancy dresses? Oh, I love those women. Better value than the British women, because the French women, they will have extra bits. They will have extra bits now.
Yeah.
Those new improved French women.
Those new women, you know.
You know, if you need someone to make a hole in a donut for you, they're there. Thought that was a good one.
Really bad image in my head.
She thought that was a good one.
Oh, what have you done?
I know.
No.
Payne says Belgians are needed to keep the French and Dutch from knowing each other. Indeed, they're like the kind of jelly, isn't it? They're kind of the lubricant jelly between the two countries. Jean-Marc says, "Oh my God, le Brexit, tu gâches, c'est comme ça que je français, je m'en prends tout le temps en français." That's easy for you to say. Alex says, ever bought a guitar online without playing the first one I bought for a Gear for Music semi, and it's been sitting in my wardrobe since COVID. It buzzes like mad. Local shop don't repair it for less than £60. Well, you bought a Gear for Music guitar, and that is a boo-boo. I buy all of my guitars online because I'm a masochist, and I've never had a problem with them. And if there is an issue, I fix it myself because I'm that good. But I've never had a problem with the guitar I bought online. Never had an issue. Not a single issue. Yeah, you might think, oh, this isn't quite for me. You know, it might not make the noises you want it to make, but the quality of guitar building, guitar construction is so high these days that even on the lowest budget models, I think, you know, for the money, you'd be pleased with it. And Gear for Music, it's like buying a Thomann one? You know, what's it? They're Harley Benton. Ugh. How Harley Benton can get away with what they do? They rip off everyone. It's because they're Germans. It's the Germans, isn't it? You know? Don't get me started on the Germans
again.
Not the Germans. They bombed my great aunt, and I'll never forgive them for it, and her babies in the last embers of the war. And I will never forgive them. All right? I'll hold it against them. But yeah, most guitars these days, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. But you know, Gear for Music, for those of you who don't know, do their own brand of guitars, and you see quite a few of those in cash converters and places like that.
Is that the one you saw?
No, it was an Epiphone.
Oh.
It was an Epiphone bass. EB bass.
Am I meant to know?
You're not going to know. How would you know?
I study guitar.
You don't study guitar.
I will.
I put guitar videos on to get you out of the room, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that, Alex, but you shouldn't have bought a Gear for Music one. Payne says, tout le monde peut utiliser Google Translate. Ooh la la. Payne says, good symphonic metal singers, the Dutch. Jean-Marc adds, I miss the art of Macron. I do have my own channel. We speak clear English. We have to speak English to reach our demographic.
See?
Told ya. We win again. It's that British exceptionism I keep saying, you know?
The dog's asleep.
Oh, she is, isn't she? Bit of a sleepy dog cam. Be quiet. Be very quiet. There she is. She's fast asleep. Sleepy dog cam. Sleepy dog cam. Sleepy dog cam.
I've genuinely never seen her asleep.
Oh, I have. She falls asleep on the sofa quite a bit now. Oh.
Her eyes still look like they're about to open.
She sometimes sleeps with her eyes open, and that's freaky.
Well, Hannah did that once.
Oh, yeah, she did it. But she does it. She goes...
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Like, are you asleep or not? When the paws start going. And,
it's like they're a zombie being brought back to life.
It's horrible. It's creepy. It is creepy. Barfy Man, are we all French? The Normans and all that? Well, I've got an extra dose because my ancestorship are Huguenots, French Huguenots. So, I'm allowed to take the mickey out of French because I'm kind of French.
I'm French by association.
Yeah, well, we don't know where Mum comes from. I don't know. I don't know where her lineage is.
I should ask Grandad.
He won't know.
I should ask Nan.
We need to have one of those DNA tests.
I want to know.
I don't know. I think your nan's lineage may be Irish. They're not getting.
I'm Irish and French.
Yeah, but it's distant.
That is amazing.
Yeah, but the thing about us is we're a mongrel breed anyway. Everybody has been through here, so this is why we make such strong children, because our DNA is so varied. We don't marry our cousins like some people do.
So, I'm a leprechaun.
You're a leprechaun.
And I'm France.
Oh, God, she's taken on the Irish now. Oh, God.
Sorry, short.
Top of the morning.
Oh.
Keep your hands off me, Lucky Charms. Oh,
about to put a God at the end of the lamb.
We're cancelled. We are so cancelled. Oh, dear.
My school teacher was Irish.
I'm just so sorry. I'm just
I'm
just going to apologise now. Alex says, just on my locals website, and they have tons of great value used guitars. They never used to. Very surprising sound effects in Ormskirk. Yes, better with it. Oh, I know sound effects. Yeah, they've some really interesting second-hand stuff on their website. I have bought stuff from them, I believe. I bought a guitar from them the other year. But yeah, the thing is there are, if you look around, there are loads of very good value second-hand guitars. Trick is you've got to educate yourself though. If you really want to get a good value instrument, buy cheap and learn to fix it yourself. It's not difficult unless there's like a crack in it, or the neck's wankered, or the truss rod is jammed. There are certain things you can't repair unless you have the tools. But being able to set up your own guitar, basic guitar setup, is a very good skill to have because it will save you a fortune in the long run. And if you want me to set up your guitar for you, send your guitars in a brown paper bag to the usual address.
A brown paper bag?
That'll be fine. It'll be fine. I mean, I bought a guitar for cash converters once, and it turned up in a bin bag.
Oh, isn't that just wonderful?
In a bin bag with some bubble wrap.
Cash is special.
I tell you, my heart flipped over when I saw that. Where are we now? Jean-Marc adds, oh my God, you're so funny with the Olympic comments. Donuts. Donuts indeed. Donuts indeed.
Donut.
Look, none of this is scripted. We make this up. Again, she gives extra value because I gave somebody to be extra racist. When I need that little bit of racism, she goes all the way up to 11, didn't you?
I'm getting cancelled. Suddenly I don't know why.
You're finished. I want nothing to do with you anymore.
Suddenly I don't know why the school don't want me anymore.
And Jean Marquez, try and type in English on a French keyboard as all the keys are in different places. I can imagine. That must be hard for you. Payne says, if the French have to talk English, it means we've won. We've already won. Look, all of them coming over on the dinghies from France. That means we've won. Nobody wants to stay in France. That's why they come over here. Oh dear. Chod says the French are great if we overlook World War II. We shouldn't mention that. We shouldn't mention World War II. All right. Renee says it's late again. Time to hit the sheets. Thanks for the chat, V&D. Hopefully you've recovered a bit more this week. Hopefully we've made you chortle and laugh, and laughter is a great restorative.
Yeah.
And let's hopefully you feel a bit better, eh? I hope so there. And John Marquez, we have English TV programmes in English, like on the main channels, like TVF1. The good old days, when we had satellite TV in the good old days, we could pick up like French and Italian and German channels. I'm thinking Spanish too, maybe.
Can we not do that anymore?
No, I can't do it anymore. It's all locked down. It's all digitally location locked. But in the old days, you could actually kind of circumnavigate. It was. I used to watch The Simpsons in German because, you could do that.
That's good for people who are learning languages.
It was good. It kept my German chops up. It was good. I used to enjoy watching it, and watch. They had a lot of music stuff on there as well. Beat Club and lots of German. The German channels used to have some really good concert stuff on a Saturday or Sunday, I think.
It's a shame it's all kind of...
it's all boring now. But we've got the internet. That'll do it. Payne says, I'm a mix of West Wales, Devon, Herefordshire, Gloucestershire, Wiltshire and Scotland with a Norman-derived name. There you go. But have you had the DNA test? Have you done one of those? I'm thinking of getting one of those DNA tests done, just to see if I'm from Iceland. What do you want to know?
Oh yeah, it's Icelandic blood.
Because my blood sugars are just weird.
Like in Iceland.
Like Icelandic. And Jean-Marc adds, I learnt my English from the BBC show Howard's Way. Howard's Way. It's time to watch Howard's Way. That's how the tune goes.
Okay.
It was about boats. It was a bloke called Howard, and he had some boats. Nice. And there was often like kind of scowling at each other, and there's a woman with big shoulder pads. I never watched it. I just got that from the trailers from it. I never watched an episode.
Okay.
Because it wasn't as good as Bergerac.
Oh, so it's budget Bergerac.
French name. Bergerac's coming back. Looking forward to it. It's going to be great. Possibly.
Hopefully.
It's going to be shit. But there you go. And speak more posh than UK second home owners. Well, yeah, but they're all common, aren't they? They're all common like I am. Barthy Man says, what is the term two-tier policing all about? I keep hearing it being shouted in the protests. I think it's to do with a cake. Isn't it to do with some sort of cake?
A wedding cake. 2
tiers on a cake. I don't know. I think it's because when the little fat people, when they set fire to a hotel, they get arrested. And because no brown people have set fire to hotels, they don't get arrested, and they're jealous, and they see that as being unequal.
So they're saying that the police arrest the white people, even though 4 or 5 years ago they were talking about George Floyd and everyone arresting the. Because
when Pink Floyd got beaten up by the police, they set fire to hotels.
Well, yeah, there were protests, weren't there? Didn't they bring down a statue?
No, that's something completely different.
Oh.
That was in Bristol.
Oh, yeah.
And that statue, I remember hearing about that in the 90s. They wanted that statue removed.
Oh, that was part of BLM.
No, it's to do with slavery.
Oh.
It's that the locals always wanted it taken down.
Oh, I'm
Colston.
Confused.
It was the statue of Colston. He named the Colston Hall, and he was a philanthropist who made his money out of slavery. And again, Bristol has a very rich, diverse population because it was a port. And so they had everyone coming in there. And they wanted that statue taken around. Like I said, in the 90s, early 90s, I heard about it. And the council always said, oh, no. And then they said, right, let's rip it down. It was wrong, but it was also right. It was wrong but right. Because politics failed. People lobbied them year after year to get that.
And then they took into their own hands.
And that's it. That was people power.
So, yeah, Pink Floyd, something different.
When Pink Floyd released Dark Side of the Moon,
yeah,
someone drew a pyramid on the statue of Winston Churchill. Okay. I think that's what happened. It feels like that should have happened.
It should have done.
And everybody got upset because Winston Churchill. But they didn't set fire to a hotel with people in it.
Yeah, this is something different.
It was a statue. It was an inanimate object. No one's life was in danger. And that's what two-tier policing is. But police dogs love the taste of fascist arse.
Oh yes.
I
love those fascists.
I'm collecting clips of police dogs biting fascists on the bum. It's my new thing. It's my new hobby.
Your new collection.
Oh, I love it. It makes me giggle like a schoolgirl. I go, do it again. Let's watch it again.
It is funny.
Oh, it's great. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a supercut, and I'm going to cut it to yakety sax. And they do not lose their hard-on for violence when they've got a police dog biting them. I go, stop. Oh, I didn't mean it.
I'm not a bad boy. I'm a good boy, really.
Get the dogs off me. Makes me laugh, that. Makes me laugh.
I love it when they try and attack the dogs, and so the dogs attack them back.
Payne says, we used to watch Star Trek in German during the 90s. In German night school. They have a German night school? Oh. Sehr good. Chode says, I fancy an omelette du fromage. See, the French is coming out tonight. You know, in French they've got no French word for omelette. Did you know that?
Have they not?
No, they haven't got a French word for omelette.
I know oof is egg because Jeffrey drowned
oof. Yeah, but they haven't got a French word for omelette, Verity. Yeah,
it's terrible.
It's like the weekend.
Yeah, they don't have a French
they've
word
got
for
no
weekend.
They've got no French word for weekend either. It's amazing, isn't it? But one day they'll have their own word for omelette. Isn't that amazing? One day.
Jeffrey drowned omelette.
Yeah, but will there ever be a French version of omelette?
Omelette's French. No.
That was the joke.
That's cool.
I know, it's a good joke, that. Sean Mark says, do you call it bum cake in England?
Yeah. Bum cake?
Why not?
What's a bum cake?
I don't know.
I want to know what the bum cake. No.
I've never heard of it.
Bum cake.
I only know it from Spinal Tap. Big Bottom.
Oh.
Big Bottom.
Yeah.
Big Bottom. Talk about bum cakes. My girl's got 'em. I think that's what he's referring to, but it doesn't exist. It's not real. It's not real. Barfi says, German people just sound angry. Maybe it's the moustache fellow who's given them a bad name. Well, they redubbed it. They redubbed all his speeches. He didn't actually sound like that. He was very effeminate. He was like, oh, have you seen all those nice Jews over there? Oh, aren't they nice? That's what he's really saying, but they made it sound very angry. Because I thought it was too effeminate. What with the one testicle? Hitler, he only had one ball. The other is at the Albert Hall.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it's true.
Oh,
it's in a glass case in the Albert Hall.
Why is it?
You can't see it though.
Oh.
Can't see it because it's a matter of national security. And the Germans have wanted Hitler's ball back since the war. We're never going to give it back to them.
Well, did an English person cut off his ball?
Nobody knows where it came from.
Oh.
Nobody knows where Hitler's ball, how it got to the Royal Albert Hall. Nobody knows. But the Germans want it back. And that's why the EU was created. The EU was created purely to get Hitler's ball back. And they'd say to us, in the EU, they have special sessions, and it'd be, we're having a session to get Hitler's ball back. And we'd say, you're not having it back. And the Germans would say, where is it? And we'd say, well, it's not at the Royal Albert Hall, but it was. It was.
Where is it now?
We bluffed them. Because they'd heard the song. Yeah. But Goebbels has no balls at all.
Does he not?
I thank you.
Did he not have any?
I don't know. It's just a song we learnt in the playground.
Oh.
Nobody has omelette du fromage. Why not? Don't you have cheese omelette? We have cheese omelette. What's it called? I bet it's got a fancy. Do you have Spanish omelettes in France? If so, do you have a special name for it and it's taken the Spanish out of it? That's a really good. These are the questions people need to know the answer to.
Deep philosophical questions.
It's the questions that you ponder. You ponder this on your deathbed. These are the questions.
Yeah.
Jean-Marc says breakfast is Nutella and bread and coffee, or an English breakfast tea. Don't you have a croissant? A croissant. I thought it was all bread. Croissant. Payne says, in school we were told Orangina was French for orange juice, a bit like saying English for orange juice is Robinson's. I think is that a brand name? And Payne says, yeah, when the angry Austrian was waving, he's actually saying, yoo, hi you ducks. Exactly, it's exactly what he was doing. He's saying, oh, those Jews, I love their little hats they wear. They're really nice, aren't they? It's true. It's true. They got it all wrong. They got the message all wrong. Anyway, I think we've offended just about everyone. Is there anyone we've left out? Except for the nice Portuguese, because everyone loves the Portuguese. Very hospitable people. I love the Portuguese. But Belgians, it's good because we've got no Belgians watching, so we should be all right. So anyway, I think we
haven't offended the Australians, the Americans.
Well, the Australians are all criminals. Because we sent them there.
Well, yeah, because we sent them to build it.
Right, and they've never forgiven us. They've never forgiven us for it. The Americans, they're all cowboys. Yee-haw, shooty, shooty, bang, bang. And who was the other one?
Who else? The English.
The English?
We haven't. Wait, no.
Well, the problem with the English is they've got this overblown sense of superiority and entitlement.
Yeah.
But that's what makes us so lovable. And on that, we'll end it there. Thank you for watching. Remember, folks,
if you can't be good, be safe.
But more importantly,
don't tell your mother.
No.
Bye-bye.